So today's video I would like to show you how to create a new recipe from the scratch using the TheConfit application. So we are currently on the main screen. So as you can see, there are no recipes yet. So let's create the first one. So first, what you need to do, as always, add some ingredients. So we have a big collection of public ingredients actually. So you can just click add ingredients, use the search button to find out those which you need. Let's say today we are going to create a ganache recipe, and we know that every ganache should contain chocolate. So let's find let's say dark chocolate. Yeah, I'd like to add this one from cacao berry, La Esmeralda, 74%, looks good. So also we know that we need some liquids, so let's add whipping cream probably. Let's just create a very simple basic ganache for this demo video. Whipping cream 35% works okay for me, and also probably it's a good idea to add some butter to make it more creamy. So butter 82%. Okay. Once we're done, we just close this window, and yeah, now we need to enter amount of our ingredients. So our application provides you two ways to add amount. You can add it like in grams as usual, but you also have this percentage mode, which you can enable here. And basically for me personally, when I create a recipe for bonbons, it's for ganache, it's very simple to use percentage mode, because you actually operate with proportion there. So you know that, okay, you probably need to one-to-one ratio, so it's easier to enter through the percentage. So I'm going to add 50%, let's say 40% of dark chocolate ganache. I've never worked with this ganache, so I don't know exactly how many grams do I need to add here, but let's try to figure it out. And add 50% of cream, and the rest 10% will be butter. And then we just can disable percentage mode and enter amount in grams. Let's say we want 1 kilo. Okay, so this is a very basic stuff for our ganache recipe, and we also want to give it a name. Let's say it will be like dark chocolate ganache. Yeah, simple as that. And at this point, I cannot be sure that it works. I've never worked with this chocolate. Intuitively, it's more or less okay, so it's close to one-to-one ratio. It has some butter. I'm not sure whether it's too much or too less, but what we have here is our new experimental feature, but it still can tell you something useful. It's AI component. So basically, we do not have any preparation, so to be done, and click verify. Basically, it can suggest you some improvements based on AI model, which was trained on a bunch of recipes. It works really well for ganaches right now, but it also can suggest some improvements for any type of recipes. So let's see what it says for us. So it says actually that it's not that bad. It suggests us to add some flavors here. So because currently our recipe is quite boring, so it says, okay, you can add vanilla beans, orange zest, or any spices to make it taste more complicated, which is great. So you can do this, you can follow these suggestions, you can select our, let's say, zest ingredient from our public collection. Um, let's say this one. Also, it says vanilla beans could work okay, so we can literally just add some vanilla. Um, Vanilla extract, I would say, works okay for us, and let's specify some amounts. Zest, probably not too much. Again, for me, simpler to add in percent. Let's say 1% of lemon zest and 1% of vanilla extract. Okay, so we need to reduce somewhere 2%, so we can probably reduce amount of creams like 80 for 48% should be okay. And then we can verify it again. Let's see how it goes. It also like can suggest you the same things again and again. You can just consider or you can just skip it. Um, okay, so actually it just suggests that you should use correct infusion technique to infuse lemon zest, and it says how to achieve that. So you can infuse cream with lemon zest by heating them together, straining the zest out before adding the cream to the chocolate, which works okay. We probably don't want to add zest directly to our ganache, so we want to remove it somehow, and infusing is a good way to achieve it. So emulsification, butter temperature, it suggests that you need um, so add butter when ganache has cooled slightly to ensure that it emulsifies well, so you can avoid separation, which is good. So room temperature is ideal, vanilla quality is okay, and salt. If you would like to enhance your flavor profile, you can add some salt. So this actually how AI can help you this, and you can just save it. Now it's in your private collection. Uh, Also, sometimes you would like, let's say, to troubleshoot your recipe. Let's say you experimenting, okay? So you create something really new from the scratch, and you let's say you haven't had any experience with a particular chocolate, and let's simulate this situation. For instance, I have no experience with ganache or a little one, so I don't know which particular ratio worked good for me for that particular chocolate. So what I can do here, let's increase amount of whipping cream here, like 600s versus maybe it's too much, but yeah, 400s of dark chocolate. I don't know whether it's good or not. So, and let's say we added a bit more butter, like 10%. Let's verify it to check it out. AI not only can suggest you some improvements, it also can suggest how to correct recipe. So it, um, well, not always, not like 100%, but in most of the cases, it can identify some problems with your, let's say, ratio or with something like sweetness and etc. Okay, so now it determines that chocolate to cream ratio is not that good. So the typical ratio for dark chocolate, which we used, is 1 to 1 by weight for a firm consistency. Okay, and it says that you probably need to play with the amount of the dark chocolate here. So it's something off the balance. Okay, and it doesn't say explicitly whether it should be more or less, but intuitively we know that we have too much cream along with the butter in comparison with chocolate here, right? And it actually said the same. So you can try to you can decrease both or something of this, so you can play. That's where actually you can show your skill. um, so let's reduce the amount of butter here and re-verify it again and see maybe it's enough. So um, okay, the recipe you've provided might need a few adjustments, so it doesn't say it's correct. The ratio of chocolate to cream seems a bit off standard ganache. Okay, and also it said that amount of butter can affect the richness, so you may want to experiment with quality quantity to find right balance. Um, so we can further continue to reduce the butter, but we can lose some, butter taste. So maybe we need slightly to adjust slightly whipping cream here and verify it again. And by the way, this feature and first 5 recipes you can create absolutely for free. You don't need to pay, so you can just test it out because this feature is an experimental phase, so you can actually play with it. There is some limitation. When you hover your mouse over the button, you can see that it has limitation per 24 hours. Um, it's still enough to actually improve your recipe, at least one recipe. As you can see, I'm currently on a free plan, so because it suggests me to go to the premium. And okay, so now it says that it still gives me some hints how I can improve it, but it doesn't say that something is off the balance, right? So I do not need to adjust um, either chocolate or whipping cream. Um, it just provides you some hints how you can infuse butter, what kind of temperature should you use, and etc. So that's it. I'm satisfied with this recipe. I'm going to save it, and you can literally try to reproduce this recipe in real life, and it's more likely should work. So yeah, basically thanks for the watching. Was the very first video because I would like to to show you some basic functionality. It's way more I would like to show. So we have a big collection of ingredients for confectionery. We have a new feature called products where you can combine your ganache, pâté de fruit, let's say, and something else into one product, like a bonbon. So you can operate with products, not only with the separated recipes. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed it, and yeah, I really welcome you to try our AI feature. And yeah, overall, maybe you will find that this place is a very good one for storing your recipes. Yeah, see you.